Hey folks, Father Sympathy from CG Virus here. Today we're going to see FFmpeg techniques in Linux for ProRes conversion. So that means from MP4 to ProRes, H264 to ProRes, and AVI to ProRes, etc., etc. So ProRes is a very efficient file format where which you can use for post-production works. From NLE to go to NLE and stuff like that. So for video editing, ProRes is really good. Also, ProRes supports YUV, so it's a pretty good file format to use, and pretty good actually codec to use. So anyway, so FFmpeg uses ProRes, three types of ProRes. So there is ProRes Kostya, there is ProRes, only ProRes, and there is ProRes AW. So from our research and from FFmpeg documentation, what we have seen that ProRes Kostya is the best ProRes to use. So the ProRes Kostya is named as ProRes KS in the codec profile, that is called ProRes _KS. So we're going to use that. So let's talk about things first. So there, if we go to the ProRes documentation, ProRes uses 4 type of index. Number 1 is 0. That is 4 type of profile, video profile. So the number 1 is called 0, which is proxy. Number 1 is called LT. Number 2 is called standard quality, and number 3 is called high quality. So for giving good output, we are going to use high quality. If you want to use proxy, you can use it, but for proxy setups, I always use DNX HD. I don't use ProRes, because ProRes is a very heavyweight file. All right, it takes lots of space. So for production and for delivery means for studio delivery, that is not broadcasting delivery. For broadcasting delivery we use H264, but for studio delivery we use ProRes high quality, okay, HQ. So number 3, HQ. So let's talk about this command line format. So FFmpeg, we can use FFmpeg with command line, we can use it with MLT framework, we can use it with some other tools. So we will see that. So let's see the command line format first. So let's break it down. CV ProRes KS, what does it mean? This means the video codec ProRes _KS, that means ProRes Kostya. Okay, this is our video codec. This one, profile v3, what does it mean? This means the video profile 3. So what we saw earlier is video profile 3 is equal to HQ. If you want to use proxy, you need to use 0 here. Okay, if you want to use LT, you need to use 1. If you need to use 2, you need to SQ, you need to use 2. So we're going to use 3, HQ. So now this one, qscale v9, what does it mean? This means qscale. Qscale means quality scale. Okay, quality scale. So ProRes has a quality scale. The standard scale, what we have seen, is basically the best one is 5, 9 is medium, and 13 is the lowest. All right. So the Q scale or quality scale or CRF quality scale, everything you will see in FFmpeg uses the lowest number is the best, the highest number is the worst. So we're going to use medium, the 9. So this one is Q scale v9, that is quality scale, how much quality it will have. If you go 13, it will give you low file size. If you go 5, it will give you high file size. Okay, higher file size, lower file size, and we're going to use medium file size. Okay, so this one is pretty much important, this one, qscale v. Okay, forget about everything, we don't need those, we need this qscale. So this will determine how your footage will look like, what is the quality of your footage, and also the file size. Okay, yeah. Now vendor app 10. Vendor app 10 means Apple 10, and it gives you the flexibility, the some kind of license type of thing for FCP. Okay, Final Cut Pro. If you go to Final Cut Pro, it will support it. And this one, PX format, PIX format, YUV 422p, blah 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 blah. So this one is basically the color space conversion. So yeah, this is the PIX format. With this, you will get the 422 profile for YUV. So this one is pretty good. Okay, so use it like that. So this is the command line format. So let's see some practical example how to work with it. Okay, so first thing first, quite obviously, if you don't have installed FFmpeg, you have to install it like apt install or dnf install FFmpeg. Okay, I have already installed it, so mine one is this one. Okay, so let's close it here. So now I'm going for some footage here. You can see this footage is 67.5 MB. So to do command line conversion, what you need to do is basically open in terminal or just cd to your Control Alt T, cd xd cd this guy. There we go. So yeah, so what you need to do is basically first type FFmpeg, then space, then what does it call, yeah, this one, I mean, I forgot the name. Okay, hyphen or something like that. Yeah, then I, then just drag this footage. So this is I means input. Okay, then your footage, then just paste this command line. Okay, Control C, Control Alt, Control Shift V. There we go. Now what I need to do is basically create a output file. So something like test.mov. Okay, there we go. So it will start converting the file to, yep, there you go. Now you have your test MOV. You can see this the file size. Oops, why I've done it. Okay, the file size is QuickTime 24 fps 1920 Apple ProRes codec, and file size, where is the file size, 451. Okay, so now let's do it again, but we're going to change the qscale. We're going to give it worst qscale, and let's give it 13. Let's give it 15. Okay, now let's do it again. That was 451, so I'm going to name it test 2. There we go, and I'm going back. Okay, now you can see 100 MB has been deducted from our yeah, it is 314.5 now. So what we did is basically qscale, nothing else. So qscale is quality scale. Okay, so this one, okay, actually this one, so 9 gives us this. Now let's talk about the profile v3 HQ. This is pretty much common to use HQ actually, because if you're going to use proxy, you should use DNxHD, not ProRes, because ProRes is huge. So don't use ProRes for proxy. It's not legit. Use DNxHD for proxy, and ProRes is used with high quality or something like SQ, you can use 2SQ as well. SQ will give you a little bit of less, file size, but they are not very much significant. So what I use always is basically I use profile v3 and qscale v9 or 20, even you can go 34. Okay, it's not a problem, but I use 5, 9, 13, 20, 24, that's it, not more than that. All right, so that's how you can use it with command line. So let me talk about, let's go here. So this is a software for Linux which is open source and actually free, FF multi-converter. You can install it from your repository, or most of the Linux version has this thing, so you can install it from that, from there. So, or you can just download it from here as well, not a problem. FF multi-converter, you can use it for your system. Let me see if we can find it here. So, okay, let's FF multi. Oh no, we used a snap package actually. Let me see. Yeah, .gz, this one will work for you. So we downloaded it. It's ancient, so yeah. Anyway, FF multi, let me search for it. Yeah, this is here in our Debian. So FF multi converter. Okay, so you will find it in your repository as well, not a problem. So search for it. Okay, or you can just install it from here. So let me close it here, and let's use FF multi converter, and let's see how to use it for this thing. So in FF multi converter, what you need to do is basically you need to create a profile. So how can you do that is basically go to the preset, go to add, and you need to name it. You can name it ProRes, something like ProRes HD, something like that. No space actually, underscore. Then name it ProRes HD, something like that, and you can give your command line, this one. Okay, just copy it, Ctrl C, here we go, and press the command line, Ctrl V. Our profile extension should be morph, then OK. So now you will find your ProRes HD here. Okay, press OK, and here we go. So here is your ProRes HD. So now what you can do is basically nothing, just go here. I'm going to delete these two, and I'm going to just up here save H. Okay, then convert, and here we go. Okay, so this is the footage, the same 451. So if you want to qscale, you can qscale it here, 24, 25, whatever, and then convert it. So that's how you can work with it. Okay, let's delete it. So that's how you can use the command line format, or you can use the FF multi-converter for these guys. So that's how you can work with it. So now let's go to the Kdenlive and let's see how to work with it. Alright, so we are in Kdenlive. So how to make a profile in Kdenlive is basically go to the render button. Here we go. You can see I have worked with lots of things here. So let's create a new profile. So how to create a profile? So suppose you don't have any custom profile. So let's go to the MP4 and let's create a new profile here. Now you can name it like a group, custom 2. Okay, profile name. So what should be your profile name? Let's name it ProRes HQ. Extension morph. Now just go to the Sublime and you will see this MLT format. So let me break it down for you. F equal to morph, that means format equal to morph. AC codec, that means the audio codec. The standard audio codec for ProRes is PCM S16LE. And then go to the video codec. What should be the video codec? ProRes KS, this one. What should be your video profile? 3. What should be your vendor? AP10. What should be your pix format? YUV, and lots of stuff. Then qscale. What is the quality? So let's copy this guy. Control C and paste it here. Control V. So there is the quality stuff. You need to work with it. So we can give it some quality. So you can use 5913. Okay. So just type 5913. So I have already done this guy. So okay, not a problem. 5913. Okay, let's press OK. Here we go. Custom to ProRes HQ, and here is your quality setting. Okay, this is going with this qscale. So if you need 5, you can use it like that. If you need 9, if you need 11, if you need 13. So there we go. So the lower the quality, the higher the number. Okay, that's how we can use it. So I have already created one for myself. Which one is this? So this one is ProRes. Okay, so this one also have the same settings. So what you can do is basically you can delete it. So press delete and restart Kdenlive. There you go. If you go to the render, now you can see it has been gone. Okay, and this is the ProRes I made earlier. Okay, so that's how you can work with it. Okay, so that's how you can create your profile as well. So let's close it. Let's close Kdenlive. You can also work with it in what does it say, shortcut and all so Flowblade and all kind of MLT framework as well. So not a problem. So now let's talk about another one, which is called H264 Intra. So ProRes, this is the well-established industry standard file extension. It's not file extension, it's called file format, and it's a very well-established codec as well. So ProRes is a go. There is also another one that is called H264 Intra, that is a 4 Intra. So it's a huge one H264, which is good. H264 Codec Intra 444. You can use it, but it is not actually a standard format, so I don't recommend it. But if you want to have some fun with it, you can use it as well. So the command line format is like this, and MLT format is like this, and everything other things are same, pretty much same. So you can check it for yourself. All right, so that's how you can work with it. I'm going to copy all of this and going to make a description about it. So yeah, so we are in DaVinci Resolve, and as we all know that in Linux, DaVinci Resolve doesn't work with MP4. If we drag an MP4, it will not work. DaVinci Resolve in Linux uses QuickTime and ProRes and DNX HD. These are the 3 supported formats. So yeah, if we go to the ProRes, you can see everything here. Pretty smooth, fun to work with, nice to work with. Okay, even if we go to Kdenlive now, let's don't save it. Yeah, let's go to Kdenlive and let's load it. There we go. If we go to the test morph and let's cancel the proxy job, switch here, Here we go, video 1, remove space. This is called ProRes. Okay, so yeah, thank you for your time. I'm Father Sampathik from CG Virus, and we're going to see you next time. Bye bye.